morning. Today I'm going to show you a few basics of knitting. We've got Stockinette Stitch here, which is a knit one row and purl one row. And we have Garter Stitch, which is to knit every row. Well, let's start by casting on. I do the long tail method of casting on. There's several other methods, whatever you find more comfortable. Leave a long end for forming the stitches that we're going to cast onto the needle. I'm going to leave about a foot or two, so I'm not going to cast on too many stitches. First we start with a slip knot. Cross the two ends of your thread. Take your thumb and push this one up through the loop and then pull. You can tell if you've got it right if it slides. Your yarn slides. There you have a slip knot. Place this on your needle. Take your index finger and your thumb in between the two ends of yarn. Twist your wrist back. Insert your needle under this yarn. Then bring it around your index finger. Put it over the end of the needle. Then slip the loop off. This is casting on. Then you just cast on the number of stitches that your pattern calls for. Don't pull your yarn too tight or you'll have trouble on the first row inserting your needle in to do your knit or purl stitches. And that's the long tail method of casting on. Next I'm going to show you how to perform a knit stitch. Make sure you don't use the tail end of your yarn. So we're going to just tuck this up underneath our fingers. Make sure we don't use this. Next we're going to take our other needle, insert, wrap your yarn around counterclockwise, and pull up a loop, and then push it off the end of your needle. And this is the knit stitch. To make garter stitch, we're going to finish knitting this row, then we're going to turn our work and knit the next row. In garter stitch, every row is knit. There's one row of knitting. Next we turn our work. This is the back side or the wrong side of the work. And we're going to knit another row. Insert your needle, yarn around, this is row 2. Then turn your work. This is the right side. And make another row of knitted stitches. Each row is knit. This is what a completed piece would look like in garter stitch. And there's a simple way of counting rows in garter stitch. Each ridge, these are called ridges, is 2 rows. So you would count 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. Next I'm going to show you the purl stitch. And we knit 1 row and then purl 1 row to give us stockinette stitch. This is a smoother fabric. This is the right side of your work, which are the knitted stitches, and this is the wrong side, the purl side. So we're just going to continue on with this piece that we've started, and we're going to go to the back side, so this would be a purl row. To make a purl stitch, you insert your needle from right to left underneath the loop, bring your yarn up, and go counterclockwise, Push your needle down and slip the stitch off the end of the needle. Go from right to left, yarn around your needle, pull it down, and slide your stitch off your needle. And this is the Purl Stitch. Most patterns in knitting are made up just of these two stitches, along with some cables and twisted stitches, but mainly it's just once you learn how to knit and to purl and to read patterns and understand abbreviations and understand how patterns are written, you can knit anything you want. You turn your work. This is be the right side of your work. You can see already stockinette stitch. And the next row we would knit, and so on and so forth. Thanks for watching.